John, to start the eighth there, what went into the thinking for Little to start that instead of Dominguez, Hoffman, or someone else?
Wanted to see that, that part of the lineup, see different guys, right? We talked about it all series. Little's been one of our best pitchers in big spots. Tough guy to elevate. Cal's a really good hitter. I get it, man. You got after that, you got to settle down and throw strikes too. So that's been part of Little's game. So has strikeouts. So again, I trust every single guy on this roster. It's hard. No one feels worse than Little. No one feels worse than Sir right now, or me. But I trust every single guy on this roster. Today it didn't work out, but we've won 2 games in a row a whole lot this year.
Other questions for Schneids? We'll go to Ken and then Mike.
John, how much consideration for Hoffman there, go-through closer against their best?
Yeah, I thought about it for sure. Again, I think decisions are hard. I think being convicted in a process is important. And you make a decision and you leave it behind you. It's part of baseball. Second guessing is part of it. Thought about it for sure. And again, we've relied on every single guy on our roster to get a lot of wins this year. So could have done that. And then you think about who do you want in the 9th inning? Who do they have coming up? So yeah, we talked about that situation for sure. And unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Stay over there with Mike.
John, what's happening with Springer right now?
He's got right knee contusion. He had x-rays which were negative, which is a good thing. He'll probably do some more testing tonight when we get home. George is about as tough as they come. And, I think he'll have to really, really be hurting to not be in the lineup on Sunday. So we'll see how he is. On that note, I know this is an awesome atmosphere to play in. And it's really, really cool to play here. And I think the fans that were booing him should take a look in the mirror and understand what kind of player he is. And I'll stop there, because when a guy gets hit in the knee and is in obvious pain and you have 40,000 people cheering, not the right thing to do.
Well, second row on your left, Schneids.
You were able to come back in the 5th and the 6th with runs after a tough 4th inning. You had the bases loaded, nobody out. What did you see happen in the 4th there?
It's a weird way to not score with nobody out and bases loaded. Tough at bat from Varsh, didn't get on top of the heater or the split then in the dirt. I don't know, man. We had traffic all night. There's not a guy you want up with Ernie with the bases loaded to make contact. So really, I feel like it was kind of one of those games. Up to that point, you scratch and claw, you get the lead, and then didn't work out in the 8th inning. But I thought, man, we played our game, had opportunities to score, and we just didn't do it, and they did today.
Up front on your right, Schneids. Greg.
Hey, John, what's the message to the guys after a result like that, taking 2 out of 3 in Seattle and heading home now?
Yeah, I mean, we still have home field advantage, and as cool of an environment it is here to play here, I know that our fans are going to be ready for us to get home on Sunday. So I've said it all along. It's a 7-game series. You know what I mean? And we did our job coming in here, taking 2 out of 3, and we're gonna go home, and we're gonna definitely be ready to play. It turns from a 7 into a 5 into a 3. It's a 2-game series. We've won 2 games in a row a whole lot this year. That's what we expect to do starting on Sunday.
Third row on your right, Mitch.
John, I'm just wondering if you talked to Brendan and Sir Anthony after the game, and if you gave them any kind of message after that.
Yeah, pat on the ass, keep your head up. You know what I mean? Everything gets magnified at this time of year. Decisions get magnified, pitches get magnified. Shit, I get it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But these guys will bounce back. Everyone on our team bounces back. And they're going to be asked to be in big spots again. And I want them to be ready for it. So all we can do is enjoy the flight back to Toronto, enjoy our beds and our homes and our families. And we're going to fucking get after it on Sunday. You know what I mean? I don't want these guys to crawl into a hole. That's not who we are. So we'll get after it on Sunday. We'll be ready to play. I wouldn't have it any other way with this group. Our backs are going to be against the wall. Great. We don't give a shit. So I hope those guys don't give a shit. Excuse my language, but it's going to be fun, and I hope these guys are ready for it. I know they'll be ready for it. And it's nice to get 2 out of 3 here. We played really well here this entire season.
Couple last ones. We'll finish with Mitch. Yeah.
we've seen the bullpen being really solid for like extended stretches during the season. There's stretches where you said they've had to throw more strikes. When you look at how they've kind of played in October, is there anything the group collectively you want them to kind of change or get better at?
I mean, I think just as a whole, you look at our season, including the postseason, you want to limit walks, limit damage. This team is built around home runs, and today they outslugged us for sure. So it just comes down to executing. Starters, relievers, everybody being ready for a situation and executing pitches. That's it. So these guys will be ready to do it on Sunday.